October is LGBT History Month. Susan B. Anthony was the leading activist in the fight to secure voting rights for American women. W.H. Auden was a Pulitzer Prize winner, considered one of the greatest poets of the 20th century. Frank Bruni is the first openly gay columnist for the New York Times and a best-selling author. FRÉDÉRIC Chopin was a virtuoso pianist and one of the world's greatest classical composers. David Ciccilline is the chairman of the Congressional LGBTQ+ Equality Caucus. MART CROWLEY was the playwright of the groundbreaking 1968 drama The Boys in the Band. Ashley Diamond is an activist whose lawsuit made hormone therapy available to transgender inmates in Georgia. Alice Dunbar-Nelson was a poet, author, and activist during the Harlem Renaissance. Carlos Elizondo is the first Hispanic and second openly gay White House social secretary. ALTHEA Garrison was the first transgender state legislator in the United States. R.C. Horman was a Native American artist known for his depictions of full-bodied indigenous women. L.Z. Granderson is a sports writer who explores the intersection of athletics, race, and sexual identity. Bob HATTOY was the first out gay person to address the Democratic National Convention on primetime TV. Jerry Herman was the composer and lyricist for the hit musicals Mame, Hello Dolly, and La Cage aux Folles. Janis Ian is a three-time Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter and lifelong activist. Janis Joplin was a 1960s counterculture icon, recognized as the first queen of rock and roll. KARINE Jean-Pierre is the first out lesbian and the second Black person ever to lead a White House press briefing. Liberace was a world-class pianist and flamboyant showman, once the highest-paid entertainer in the world. Claude McKay was a renowned Jamaican-born poet and author, central to the Harlem Renaissance. STACEY MILBERN was a civil rights activist who pioneered the disability justice movement. Shannon Minter is a transgender lawyer who has won groundbreaking U.S. Supreme Court cases. Janelle Monáe is a Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter and an award-winning actor. Javier Morgado is a journalist and the executive producer of the CNN morning show New Day. Henry Munoz was the first Latinx and first openly gay national finance chair of the DNC. Johnny Phelps was a U.S. Women's Army Corps member who dissuaded General Eisenhower from discharging lesbians. Little Richard was a 1950s singer and musical pioneer, called the architect of rock and roll. Swayzen Thet is a Burmese model and the first out lesbian to compete in the Miss Universe pageant. Mark Takano is the first openly gay California congressman and the first congressman of color in America. Richie Torres was the youngest elected person in New York City and is the first Afro-Latinx U.S. congressman. Mary Trump is a psychologist and the author of a best-selling book criticizing her uncle and his presidency. Darren Walker is the president of the Ford Foundation, America's second-largest philanthropic organization. For videos, bios, resources, and downloadable images of hundreds of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender icons, visit LGBTHistoryMonth.com.